Hey friends, it's Ken, and I'm really excited you're back here on the show. I've got a really special friend and guest on the show today. Dr. Stacey Cooper comes from 4 generations of chiropractors. She runs an amazing chiropractic practice in the city of Toronto, and she decided that she wanted to walk away from chiropractic. Maybe not just walk away. She wanted to expand what she was doing and start a coaching practice. She literally cracked the nut in her coaching practice, and in the last year generated tens of thousands of dollars in revenue from her online courses, her challenge programs, her one-on-one coaching, and we're going to get into it with her right after. So the big question is this: how is a tiny percentage of entrepreneurs blow the pack away? What are they doing that we're not? I asked myself that question for 10 years. I was failing forward and getting sick of it. I wanted to build a coaching business, but couldn't make any headway. So I started studying it. I realized that the world's most elite marketers, entrepreneurs, and gurus were all using the same 4-step system. I call it the authority factor. On the show, I'm going to prove to you that the authority factor worked for them and it'll work for you. My name is Ken Dunn. Let's get started. All right, friends, like I was telling you, Dr. Stacey isn't just a client and a student. She's a friend. We do a lot of business together, a lot of joint venturing together. And I've got her on the show today because I want to help you to understand that if you've got any type of expertise in your life and you want to do something with that to help many more people and make much more money, then a coaching business is exactly what you have to do. And I think you're going to enjoy this conversation and learning from this amazing woman. Dr. Stacey, thanks for coming, sister.
My pleasure, Ken, always.
So listen, I want to jump right into this with you, Stacey. There'll be thousands, if not millions of people that will see these shows either on Facebook or YouTube or on the podcast. And it's best we start with the beginning. From what I learned about you and what I was most confused about in the beginning is that you are a 4th generation chiropractor, and that business, that family business practice has passed on from generation to generation, and it's doing really well. You're super busy. Walk everybody through the background, how you got into chiropractic, the years of experience, and then, of course, we want to know why would you bother putting more on your plate and start a coaching practice? So start at the beginning.
The beginning is always the best place to start, Ken. And yes, I am a 4th generation practitioner, and our practice has been in business in Brantford, Ontario since 1912. And so chiropractic truly is the fountain of youth because I don't look anywhere near 107. Boom, boom. As you can tell, I'm not a joke teller. So that's my one and only. But chiropractic has been a part of my life, my entire lifetime. I've been adjusted since the day I was born. And since grade 6, I knew that I wanted to be a chiropractor. I spent time in my dad's office working with him on Saturday mornings since I was 12. And seeing the transformation that happens inside the adjusting room with seemingly some simple adjustments to me, right? But it's truly miraculous, the healing that the body can experience. And that's what led me into truly wanting to have that be my life's work, is being a chiropractor, helping people to experience health, well-being, physical mobility, and abundance in their body naturally. And so I pursued my chiropractic career. And through the course of high school, doing co-op placements, also then finishing my Bachelor of Science degree at the University of Guelph, Human Kinetics, and then going on to chiropractic school. So, you know, on that journey, certainly there was challenges. It was a struggle. There was a lot to learn, true and rightfully so, right? Because we are primary care practitioners. You do not need a referral to see a chiropractor. So I felt that I would be a chiropractor to my dying day, and I still feel that way. But it wasn't.
I'm going to cut you, Chase. Why are you adding all this extra stuff on top of a successful practice?
It wasn't even my own idea. I had no inkling to do any of this kind of stuff. And it was a friend of mine, Fab Mancini, who's also a chiropractor. He had a post on Facebook and I saw it. And he said, oh, you should check out my friend, Noah St. John. And so Noah was running a webinar. So I listened. He was talking my talk. It sounded really interesting. It was also going to be a great weekend away for my husband and I. We went to Ohio, listened to Noah speak. And he was talking about getting out of your own way, breaking down the barriers, building your online business, which I did not have, right? We were on dial-up. I used email for soccer practices and hockey classes for my kids, right? We have 4 kids in the house. That was it. And it was my husband who said, you need to make this shift. You're already hosting classes in your office, wellness opportunities for your patients, and seeing patients one-on-one. That's tying your hands, but yet you're saying the same thing over and over. You're sharing the same message with multiple people, but one at a time. If you take it online, you say it once, and then many can hear you. Many can benefit from all the knowledge that you have and the expertise that you have and all the things that people are already asking you about. So why not share it with the world?
Let's stop talking generally. Let's cut to the chase here. Why was it important for you to get to more people? I mean, wasn't a multi-million-dollar business good enough?
No, because I see the suffering that people are experiencing, and I suffered my own health crisis. And I was given a second chance. And that made me understand the reason why I'm here, my purpose, not just to adjust patients, but to actually share with the world and help to eliminate the diabetic epidemic. Because health is the number one thing. Without it, you have nothing. That has been proven this year more so than ever before in our lifetime. And it's my mission to get my message out. And the only way to do that was through coaching. Not in my local office.
So it's definitely a need versus a want. I mean, the reality is, and anybody that's watching this on YouTube or on social media or listening to the podcast, that's the first thing I want you to take away from this. It has to be a need. Like if you're going to become successful in a coaching business, wait till you hear about the challenges that Dr. Stacey went through, the years of trying to get this coaching business up and running. And you'll understand that if it wasn't like a need for her, a desire, it won't work, and it won't work for you. Stacey, if I'm hearing you right, you're telling me that your own personal experience coupled with seeing people every day and seeing the results that they were getting one-on-one, you needed to share this with more people. You needed to help more people.
I absolutely did, because it would be a crime to hold it to myself.
And you truly believe that?
I do. Because my whole mission in life is to help heal people, right? That from when I was a little girl. And to see people walking around simply because they don't know how to fuel their body well, how to take care of themselves.
Right.
The media does a great job at selling, but doesn't get you healthy. And to me, that's just, it's a crime. And I can't hold back. I can't keep quiet about it.
Okay, can you think back? What year was it that you decided you were going to be a coach? When that story you just told me was happening, what time frame are we talking about?
2014.
And we're in 2020 at the time of this interview that was recorded. So we're talking 6 years. So I have a feeling there was a couple years of trying to start a coaching business, but it didn't go so well. Tell me about that. Like what did you do along the way? I'm sure people would love to hear it.
The first thing I did along the way is I signed up on April 4th, 2014. May 11th, I severed my finger in the wood splitter. Not a good thing for a chiropractor to do. But that put me at my kitchen table. That enabled me to focus, create my programs, which my local community loved. They enjoyed my workshops and everything, but the world didn't know about me. So that was my struggle, time and again. I'm putting money into the development of the program, putting money into the platform, and all of the technical stuff. And the learning curve was, crazy.
So you started by creating a little program where you would coach people and doing local workshops. And you actually sold some of these local workshops, started to make a bit of money, but
I did. But it didn't sustain.
So what held you back? Why didn't you just scale it?
Because I didn't know how. There are so many steps in how to put it all together. So I had little pieces here and there, but not all of them were connected. Some of them were on different levels. Some of them were congruent with each other. Congruency, I've now learned, is the key, and that is truly what's taking it forward, yes. But I definitely did not know how to market it.
Well, I think it's a bit more than marketing too. Like, so the reality is there's going to be lots of people that watch our show and they're in your shoes where you were 6 years ago. And it's not even about the things they don't know because they're learning these things. It's kind of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? Like you started, as I know the story, you started jumping into programs with some really experienced coaches that really know what they're talking about. and paid some significant money to be in these programs. And they were teaching you really great information, but kind of lacked, well, you tell me.
Every one of them would take me in a direction, but it wouldn't take me up the mountain. Right? There would be a path that we would be on, but then you get to a point and it's like, well, what do I do next? Well, they weren't quite sure.
Or that was beyond the scope of what they were teaching.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't know what the next step was. It got me to a point, but not further down the road.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that get into that where they get involved in coaching programs. And because here's one thing everybody that listens to this show agrees on. You should invest in mentors, in coaches, in people to help you get where you want to go the fastest. And a lot of people do that and they hear great stories, but one of two things is going wrong. The coach really doesn't know about the execution part, making the money, can help you set up the programs and set up the courses, but the actual marketing of the programs seems to be a deficiency. Or the coach that they're paying is only teaching them, as was your story, pieces of the puzzle. So they never put the puzzle together completely.
Right.
So it had to have gotten frustrating then. It just had to have, because we're talking 6 years, and I would guess tens of thousands in investment in education and trying to figure it out.
Actually, it was more hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. Yikes. Did you ever think of just like throwing in the towel? I mean, you've got a busy chiropractic practice. You're making lots of money. Did you ever get to the point where you just said, screw it?
Well, a little bit, not really, simply because that's not in my nature. There was definitely times where it's like, oh, do I keep throwing money at this? Like, how am I going to get forward with this? How is it all going to come together? I know it's going to come together, but when and how? And I kept asking that. And I was close a few times, but I'm a dog with a bone, right? I knew that it was my passion to succeed. And I knew that this needed to get out there. And I knew that I needed to find the way to make it happen. And that's what I've done. So no, there really was no quitting time, because I'm not a quitter and I don't quit. I just find the way to make it happen. And that's what I did.
All right, so we're halfway through our time together right now. Let's give everybody a little commercial. Tell everybody about your business, what it actually is, and who you're looking to help and what you can help them with.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Ken. I'm Dr. Stacey. I help you heal your health naturally. So what area of your health do you want to fix right now? I am the author of Heal Your Health, Nourishing Your Mind, Body, and Spirit Naturally, endorsed by Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor, both from the movie The Secret. But I also have the 10 Down Challenge. Oh, I don't know if it's too bright for you to see that. The 10 Down Challenge is 10 simple steps that you can implement 10 minutes at a time to get your life on track and drop 10 pounds in 10 days. So that is where you can find me at 10down10days.com/challenge. And I'd love to welcome you. I'm also authored the cookbook, Heal Your Health, the Healthy Feels Cookbook, which is wheat-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, and delicious. Kid-tested with family food.
The first time I heard that, it's free of everything. I can understand why you lose weight. It sounded like you were eating air.
No, 57 recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. You even get chocolate cake. We just make it a little
chocolate cake. It's their friends. If you get a chance to get this cookbook, you have to get this cookbook, because there's a chocolate cake that you can make yourself in there that it tastes as good as any chocolate cake I've ever freaking had, and you lose weight eating it. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. And Dr. Stacey's not going to give you the kind of the keys to the Porsche here. She's not going to tell you exactly why these meals can be prepared and you can eat them and not lose weight, but you definitely need to check out the cookbook. All right.
You can lose weight. You just said not lose weight.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Why?
So we met about a year ago and started working together. What I'd really like you to do now, like as I told everybody at the beginning of the show, you've got this crazy coaching business that's growing. You've got thousands of people on your email list that are all your ideal clients. You've got people joining your online course that you sell for $297. You've got a gateway course that you sell for $7. And now you've launched a challenge which is really catching steam. Walk people through, look, everybody knows that I've helped you to do that. So let's not even worry about that. What I want you to walk people through is the methodology. What was different about what you've been doing this year versus the other 4 years in terms of helping you to finally break through and get successful?
The methodology is everything that you teach. So in regards to what happened was created an easy access course, my $7, free guide. First, it was a free guide. And driving Facebook traffic, my ideal client, knowing who my avatar was key so that I could direct my marketing material and my marketing money to those who want my information. Because just blasting it out there to everybody reaches nobody. And that was one of the key factors that I learned. So being able to implement that, I grew my email list from 0, because I started a new platform, to 4,000 people in 3 months. It's incredible. So now I have those people who want to hear from me, where I can share with them great, tremendous information, nurture them, and they want to be part of my community. And so they're my ideal clients who want to purchase my programs.
And before you started using these strategies in the Authority Factory, you were doing what most people do. And I'm not criticizing by any stretch, but it's the same thing. You're so excited about what you're doing. You launch a little program and you go crazy on your personal Facebook page. You go crazy on your Instagram page. And it almost feels like, even to you, the expert, after a while, it almost feels like you're begging people to take a look at what you're doing. And now you figured out that secret strategy, a simple Facebook ad with the right targeting. And you start off, the thing I want everybody to understand here that is crucial is Dr. Stacey developed a secret, or found the secret. And that's by giving people something they're struggling with in their minds right now, which Dr. Stacey, when we had this conversation, she said, well, that's really simple. Everybody I've ever met loves the idea of losing 10 pounds in 10 days. So she created a guide and a cookbook to help people understand how to do that. And people were jumping onto her email list. And then every other program came out of that. So what do you have going on today? What are people the most excited about in your community?
Today, they are supercharged about the 10 Down Challenge because it works. And having the opportunity to step into something with Hold Your Hand coaching, where I'm sharing with you, I'm in there with you and leading you, really is holding you accountable and making you successful, because you share your goals within the community. Everyone is there for the same purpose, to drop 10 in 10 days, and we're all there to support each other. So oftentimes you don't have the support of people at home or friends or family. They don't understand what you're going through, and they don't support you, and they often sabotage what you're trying to do. You won't find any of that with us, because as a community together with me at the helm leading you, there's no way to go but up and to success.
So the other thing I want to talk quickly about is your summit. So you started building your community. And friends, just so you understand how fast Dr. Stacey's business is building, this is all in the last 9 months. So she started building her email list using our strategies 9 months ago, thousands of people on her email list. She started what we call a gateway course that she sells for $7 to teach people how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. And she's had a whole ton of people buying that. Then she started what we call a marquee course called the 90-Day New You that she sells for $297, has had a bunch of people join that. And now she has a challenge. It's a 10-day challenge that she runs through a Facebook group and an online course that she sells for $97. And people are hopping into it. It's crazy. And if that wasn't enough, in order to give more value to her community, she actually did a major challenge just a month ago. And tell me about that. What was it all about?
It was so incredible. And this is exactly how I run my life. Ken said, hey, you're at the point now. This was May 29th. You should host a summit. I said, okay. That was the extent of our conversation. And then we came up with a list of speakers. And then I had the opportunity to ask my dear friend, Jack Canfield, to be a speaker on the summit. Ken was a speaker, James McNeil, Cora Christabel. We had a whole host of speakers, Tracy Fines. And then I had Laurel Langmeyer text me to ask to be on my summit. So here I am in the surreal world of 9 months with the Authority Factory. And little Stacey Cooper from Blue Lake Road, St. George, Ontario, population 1,000, has Jack freaking Canfield on my summit. It really wet. And I hosted a 12-hour summit on Saturday, August 15th. And I had over 700 people register for the summit. There was over 100 people in attendance throughout the entire day. And I had people commenting from California saying, this is the best summit they've been on all year. And it was August 15th already. I was so blown away and so grateful for the opportunity. And of course, the guidance of Ken to put the idea in my head and to bring it all together. And so now I can't wait for the next one.
I was just going to say, is there another summit in your future sometime?
Why would there not be? Sitting at home in my living room, all dressed up nice and hosting amazing people from their living rooms. It was brilliant. It saved me having to schedule hotels and food and all that.
Yeah,
which I've done before.
So now that you've got, and of course, the only thing we didn't talk about that you've also got going on in your business is that when people come into your programs, you make them very aware of the fact that if they want, you do one-on-one coaching. And so you'll work with somebody one-on-one at a higher fee. You charge them thousands of dollars for it, and rightly so. And you give them an hour of your time a week in these 90-day coaching programs. You think it's effective? Is that a great piece to the puzzle? Do you enjoy that?
Absolutely. People are just so in love with getting healthy and having their body function better, and to be finally given the keys and the tools to how to do it, because they've been struggling for so long. And that's what I hear over and over again. Nothing has worked, but this does, is what I hear all the time. And it's because you get rid of all the packaged processed crap and you get to whole natural foods and you implement the steps that I teach, and it works. And it just is so incredible to change people's lives for the better and truly save their lives, reversing medications, changing disease processes. Like, healing from the inside is absolutely doable because your body adapts every single minute of every day. And when you change the environment you provide, it can't help but heal.
I think your dogs need to know pretty healthy there too. They're jumping around in the shop behind you.
Yeah.
So now that you've got a coaching business growing, and you spent years, and as you said, hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get it growing, and you finally had that breakthrough. Every single person who ever listens to our show is either a coach or wants to be a coach. What advice do you have for them?
Don't wait. Time is the only commodity that you don't get more of. And the longer you sit on the fence being a wigwamp, with your womp on one side and your wig on the other side, that is not making a decision or being active. Decide. And don't waste time. If it's something you want to do, say yes right now. Jump in. You've got nothing to lose. You're saying the same things to your friends and family who are asking for your advice anyway. Why not build a business around it and be successful and share your gifts with the world? That's what I'm doing. And Ken can absolutely help you, as he's helped me and so many others too along the way.
Well, Dr. Stacey, thanks so much for being here today. And to everybody that's here, if you want to learn more about Dr. Stacey's 10 Down Challenge, then just go to the show's notes. There's a direct link where you can find out all about it and get involved. I love it. I think it's amazing, and you will absolutely love the journey. Any final words for everybody, Stace?
I just am so thrilled that I said yes to you, and that we are creating magic in the world to heal the health of the world globally, because that truly is my mission, and I speak it every single day. Thank you, Ken, from the bottom of my heart.
You're very, very welcome. Super excited to be your business partner. Now, listen, to everybody that's here, make sure you join us next time for another incredible episode. Get the Authority Factor working for you.